What happens when one man wakes up richer than Elon Musk? Not just comfortable, not just set for life, #1 on every rich list. More than tech giants, oil dynasties, royal families combined. Would that be the ultimate win, or the fastest way to break his life and shake the world economy? One night, after another day of doom scrolling through headlines about billionaires, stock charts, and richest men alive, he stares at his cracked phone screen. A magical ring rolls out of the shadows and stops by his hand. He barely notices as he whispers into the dark, "I wish I was richer than Elon Musk." The ring glows once and vanishes. Somewhere, silently, numbers begin to move. Stay to the end to see what really breaks first when one man becomes the richest human alive. His freedom, the markets, or his mind. And to decide for yourself, if you held that ring, would you wish for it? Because his wish doesn't just give him money, it rewrites who controls the world's wealth in a single night. He wakes up to vibrating chaos. His old, quiet phone is now overflowing. Emails, missed calls, unknown numbers, messages from banks he's never heard of. He opens his banking app. The screen freezes, loads, then scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. Accounts he never opened, currencies from countries he's never visited, zeros stacked so high they barely fit the display. His name appears on private investment dashboards, trusts, foundations, and corporate registries. He checks the news. Every headline screams the same thing in different languages. Unknown man surpasses Elon Musk as world's richest. His photo, from some forgotten ID card, is everywhere. Overnight, his net worth has exploded past every billionaire on Earth. He finally has more money than anyone else, and instantly becomes the most watched man on the planet. The first hours feel like a fantasy. Private jets appear on standby with his name on the manifest. Luxury hotels offer entire floors just in case he ever visits. Supercar manufacturers send personal invitations for exclusive experiences. He gets messages from celebrities he's followed for years, suddenly calling him my friend, my brother, a legend. Banks compete to advise him. They offer black cards, titanium cards, cards that ordinary people never even see online. He opens a random trading app and sees something stranger. His name listed as the largest shareholder in multiple major companies. He owns pieces of automakers, social media platforms, space companies, energy firms. At a street level, nothing has changed. His apartment is still small. His coffee machine still leaks. But on paper, he now sits above every dynasty, every mogul, every tech founder on Earth. Yet the higher his net worth climbs, the less it feels like his money, and the more it feels like something dangerous he's accidentally holding. By midday, the world has reacted. Financial news channels replay his face on loop. Analysts ask the same questions over and over. Who is he? Is this a bug? Is this fraud? But the numbers are real. The transfers are real. The ownership records are valid. Somewhere, to make him richer, the system quietly shifted. Stakes rebalanced, funds re-registered, shares redistributed. No one can explain how, only that it's legal on paper and unstoppable in practice. Governments started to notice. He starts receiving invitations from finance ministers, regulators, international organizations. They don't treat him like a lucky winner, they treat him like a potential threat. To them, he isn't a rich man. He's a single point of failure for entire economies. Overnight, he became too wealthy to ignore and too powerful to fully trust. Very quickly, he discovers a problem Elon Musk never had. His wish isn't just about wealth, it's about relative wealth. He didn't wish to have money. He wished to be richer than someone whose fortune is tied to volatile markets. Every time tech stocks rise, his fortune surges even higher, automatically adjusting to stay on top. If Musk's companies gain value, his own holdings in other places inflate to keep the gap. When markets fall, his assets shift, rebalancing invisibility to preserve his lead. He tries something simple: sell a huge chunk of shares in one of his companies to fund hospitals, schools, and food programs. The moment he does, something else in his portfolio mysteriously spikes. Indexes swing, currencies wobble, some countries' funds suddenly lose value as his personal wealth refuses to shrink below number 1. He realizes a terrifying pattern. The wish doesn't care about fairness, stability, or lives. It cares about one rule: he must remain richer than the man he named. He isn't just rich, he's a moving anchor point that the global economy is now forced to orbit. With wealth comes attention. With this wealth comes something worse. Security teams surround his building, sent by people he's never met. Some want to keep him safe, others want access, leverage, control. Strangers camp outside, holding signs. Tax him, save us, give it back. Not everyone is angry. Some beg for help. Families in medical crisis, communities in disaster zones, people who lost everything in market swings his wish accidentally caused. He can't walk a single block without bodyguards. He can't have a private conversation without someone asking what he plans to do with all that money. He stops answering unknown numbers, then known numbers. Soon, he's not sure which threat is bigger: kidnappers and criminals who want him personally, or governments and corporations who want the wealth he represents. For the first time in his life, he realizes he's no longer a person in most people's eyes. He's a resource. Before the wish, his problems were simple: rent, bills, worries about the future. Now, there is no normal left. Old friends start talking differently. Some ask for small favors, worth more than they've earned in a decade. Others pull away, unable to be around him without feeling small. He tries to go on regular outing with people he trusts. The moment someone tags him online, they're flooded with messages. Can you introduce us? Can you ask him to fund this? Can he invest in our idea? He sees the shift in their faces, from friend to gatekeeper. He can no longer tell who likes him and who quietly resents him. At night, inside a mansion he never asked for, he realizes something awful. He now has unlimited money and almost no one he fully trusts. The richer he becomes, the poorer his life feels. In every place, money was never meant to reach. He decides to do the obvious thing: give it away. He signs massive donation pledges, funds global health projects, builds emergency housing. For a moment, it feels right. He watches graphs of his net worth dip and breathes in relief. Then, the wish corrects. While billions leave his accounts, trillions silently rearrange. Assets he's never heard of balloon in value. Commodity prices jump. Anonymous shell companies under his name suddenly own more. He tries the opposite, refuses to make any new decisions. Still, his wealth keeps adjusting as markets move. He attends a quiet meeting with economists who lay out the truth. As long as the rule holds, richer than Elon Musk, the entire global system must contort itself whenever large fortunes move. His generosity doesn't just help people. It also triggers waves of inflation, deflation, and instability that hit people he will never meet. He's trapped. Do nothing and hoard wealth he never asked for, or take action and risk breaking even more lives by accident. He wished for freedom from money and became chained to a rule that won't let him step down. Time stops being measured in hours and days. Now his life is measured in market opens, closing bells, earnings calls, regulatory hearings. He spends more time with lawyers, advisors, and governments than with anyone who knew him before. Every decision, What to buy, what to sell, what to support is analysed by millions of strangers he will never meet. Rumours follow him that he secretly controls governments, that nothing happens without his approval. In reality, he feels less in control than ever. He thinks back to nights when his biggest dream was simply no debt, stable job, a little comfort. Now he has more than any human has ever had, and still can't buy a day when no one expects anything from him. He tries to imagine a version of his life without this wish, and realizes he misses a version of himself who no longer exists. Being richer than Elon Musk didn't answer the question that haunted him most. It only made it louder. What is enough? One evening, he stands at the window of a tower he now owns and never wanted. Far below, protests and celebrations sometimes overlap. People angry at inequality, people hopeful for donations, people who see him as savior or villain. He watches news commentators argue over whether anyone should be allowed to have this much wealth. He silently agrees with some of them, but the ring's rule isn't interested in what's fair. It doesn't care whether he deserves any of it, whether he tries to share it, whether he regrets ever wanting it. It only obeys what he said. I wish I was richer than Elon Musk. As long as that other fortune exists, as long as markets move, values rise and fall, and richest is a race, he is locked into first place, dragging the system along with him. He finally understands. The real cost was never just the pressure, or the danger, or the loneliness. The real cost was tying his entire future to someone else's scoreboard. He wished to be richer than one man and ended up poorer in every way that doesn't fit on a balance sheet. Would you wish for it? Somewhere far away, the ring senses another wish for him. It rolls out of the shadows and stops at a young lady's bedside who sits in the corner crying. A silent thought turns into a wish. I wish my nails were made of diamond. The ring glows once and disappears.